Ayo, friendos! Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be doing this sultry, smoky, radiant Valentine's Day look that you see right here. And I know, a lot of you thought that I would be doing a colorful look for Valentine's Day, and believe me, the pinky purple look is coming. It will be here in a few short days, but it had been a hot minute since I had picked up a Pat McGrath palette and used it on my channel. And I wanted to give it a little love, as well as give you an alternative to the loud pink look that I'll be doing later. Now, this look is not to be wasted on that guy who you went out on a date with last year and then he never called you back. No. This is meeting your sexy husband at 8 p.m. in a 5-star restaurant in Miami. Like, this is the vibe for that. So if you guys are ready to see me dive right into some Pat McGrath eyeshadow and lip products to create this full glam radiant look, please just stay tuned. So friendos, I'm going to start out today with the VDL Lumilayer Primer. Now this is available at Ulta and on Yes Style. So I'm going to put this on the outer perimeter of my face, avoiding my T-zone because that's where I tend to get the oiliest. Then from Hourglass, I'm going to use the Veil Mineral Primer for the middle part of my face. This one is mildly luminous, but somehow it has a quality that kind of soaks in the oil and doesn't let it penetrate through your makeup during the night. So that's the vibe I'm going for. It's just not as luminous as the VDL primer. And again, this is a luminous tutorial. Now for my eyebrows, I'm not trying to do anything too laminated or too unnatural. I'm going to start out with the brow gel from Merit, and you can pick this up from Sephora, or I also have an affiliate code if you would like to buy directly from the brand. I like how this gives me a little bit more of a thicker brow, but it doesn't look unnatural. It also feels really good. It doesn't feel sticky. It doesn't feel like anything is glued to my face. Next up, on a very thin brush, I'm going to pencil in the rest of my eyebrows with some Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Pomade. Now this product has existed forever. You can buy it at Ulta or Sephora and plenty of other places too. It is a classic and I think everyone should own one. And now, friendos, I'm going to go in very light-handed with my favorite luminous foundation of all time. It's the Dior Air Flash, and if you don't own this one and you don't want to splurge, because this is a splurge, just use your favorite radiant foundation. But I'm going to go in really light-handed with this because there's a lot of layering going on today, and I don't want my face to end up looking cakey. Although it's hard to do with this foundation, it still can happen. Also, I just want to throw in a tidbit of information. If you are someone who's like me, who's very oily, this is a good luminous foundation. It gives your skin a nice, healthy glow without ever looking greasy. Again, I'm going in very light-handed because we'll be doing a lot of makeup over top of this, and I barely need any foundation down. The rest of my makeup is where the magic happens. This is just the foundation, literally. Now I'm going to use my Rare Beauty bronzer stick to contour my jawline and give myself a skinnier look to the bottom half of my face. Not going to use this to contour my cheeks today, just the bottom half. I would call this a more matte looking bronzer, but it's very skin-like, extremely skin-like. And I'm bringing that all the way down my neck, and I will be bronzing up my décolletage before we're through. And Friendos, you might be surprised to see me use this Milk bronzer. This is their new Liquid Bionic. I did a video on this a few days ago if you would like to check that out. I found that this bronzer doesn't really dry down on me. Again, I'm super oily, so something this liquidy, it's kind of understandable that it wouldn't dry down. That's precisely why I'm choosing it today. I'm going to set this with another Radiant bronzer, and I'm going in very light-handed. Now that that's down, I'm going in with the bronzer inside of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Universe palette. These were two of the last face palettes to launch during the fall, and there is a beautiful radiant bronzer inside, so that's what I'm going to use on top of the bronzer I've already put down. Again, today it's all about the glow. Now this will look harsh at first, but I will soften this up later, and I'll show you how. So Friendos, when I'm setting this, I'm making sure to keep it right where I put the bronzer. No higher, no lower, just on point so that it can set the bronzer, but not fade into where I want to do my blush or highlight. Next up, I'm going in with the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Concealer. And I'm taking this wherever I want my face to be lighter. So I have a small chin and a small forehead. Definitely want to bring some light there. And also to the outer portion of my eye so that my eyes look a little less droopy and a little bit more lifted because I do have downturned eyes. Going in with my brush from Merit. This is a tiny, good little brush to have for foundation, for concealer, basically to help apply base products. And I'm going ahead and getting this on my eyelids too. I'm not going to use an eye primer today. I'm just going to use this. Next up, I'm going to work quickly because I don't want my under eyes to crease. I have like the creepiest under eyes ever. I'm going to use my Merit Highlighting Balm. This is in the shade Kava. Now, this won't be my main highlight. This is just to give me some extra moisture to hold on to the highlight that I'll be applying momentarily. Okay, with my Natasha Denona Glam Face Palette, I'll be going in with the highlighter inside. Yes, my palette has gotten a lot of use and it's kind of dirty looking, but that's how you know I love it. All right, so just going on top of that balm. And I do have a smaller face, so whenever I am going to the extremes as far as making sure that my makeup looks perfect, I will always choose my smaller brushes. This was a Sephora magnet brush, and this is technically for concealer, but I usually will use it as my highlight brush. Again, I'm still trying to work quickly because setting my makeup is going to be the last step today. I don't want those under eyes to crease. I've got the Jaclyn Love Language Luminous Rouge. I'm not so worried about going in light-handed because what's going to happen is my setting powder is going to sort of diffuse everything. But with this particular product, it is next level. It is next level luminous. It is next level radiant. It is next level pigmented. So I'm going to approach this with a little more caution than the rest of the makeup that I've applied so far today. This is going to ride the line between the highlighter and the bronzer that I have down. And I'm going in making smooth little circles, blending as I go. And Friendos, what I'm doing here is I'm using a retractable brush to make my brush skinnier and then fatter. So Now that it's fat, I'm going to do more of a stamping motion to diffuse it out just a tad bit more. Now today I'll be using the Rare Beauty Soft Radiant Setting Powder. This is a wonderful powder. It doesn't matter if you're oily, it doesn't matter if you are dry. I think that you will like this powder. However, let's say that you want something even more luminous than this. You don't want just a soft radiance, you want a bold radiance. And I recommend going in with either Hourglass or Laura Mercier. Both of those have a very radiant, almost glittery finish, but not really glittery. We'll just say the world's strongest pearlescence. That's what I'm gonna go with. And friendos, I wanna hear from you guys. What are your plans for Valentine's Day? Are you going out on any hot dates? Are you staying home and reading? And now, friendos, it's time to kick things up a notch. I have not used my Pat McGrath palettes nearly enough on my channel, so that's what we're going to do today. This is the third one to come out. I believe this one's called Sublime. So we're gonna do a dark smoky eye. So on my Units 205, I'll be going in with this middle shade that we see here. Now don't let this fool you. This one looks slightly warm in the pan, like neutral leaning warm. It's actually neutral leaning cool. You'll find that to be true about a lot of Pat McGrath shadows. And I went in super light-handed, just kind of carving out the outer perimeter of where I'm gonna place my shadow. I'm not gonna go any higher than this today. Then on my NJC E05, I'm going to go in with the black matte shade. They have these in almost all the Pat McGrath palettes. Kind of wish that they would switch that up a little bit, but we only get 10 shades to work with within each palette. Having that black there for boldness is a good thing. And again, I'm going in light-handed, little circular motions here. And I know not all of you have used a Pat McGrath palette before, so just for reference, I'm going in really, really softly with this black. It can be pitch black. Like, it can be very intense. So just for reference, I'm just doing tiny little taps into mine because I don't want this to be too dark. And the whole time while I'm applying this, I'm being really careful not to go higher than the crease shade I've already put down. Okay, friendos, it's time to turn off the fire alarms because things are getting smoky. So now on my NJC E10, I will be going in with the middle sparkly gunmetal shade, and that's going in the center of my lid. Where is my spray? It's not here. So spraying my brush, and I'm gonna be extra careful not to get this up too high. I'm also going to stop the application a little bit short. In other words, I'm not going to go all the way out to the outer edge of my eye. I'm going to stop it about right here. That's going to be the border. Will I blend it out a little bit? Yes, I will. But again, it's going to be some tight blending in there. And then on my inner corner, I'll be using the Skin Show Nude shade, highlighter shade that's in the corner here. I will be spraying that. Then for mascara, Friendos, we're going in with one of my favorites. It's the new Rare Beauty mascara. I say new, but I think it's been it so far for maybe 6 months. Really a steal as far as quality is concerned. I kind of feel that way about most of what I've tried from Rare Beauty. It always surprises me just how inexpensive it is for the quality. And now guys, I'm going to line, lash, and I'll be right back to you. So now that liner and lashes are on, it's time to get to the fun part, my lips. So we'll be going in with Makeup by Mario in the shade Travis. And this is just gonna go on the outer perimeter of my lips. Now, directly inside of that, I'm going in with a Permagel Ultra Lip Pencil from Pat McGrath Labs. This is in the shade Divine Rose. And then very lightly on top, I'll be going in with the Divine Rose Matte Trans Lipstick. And I wanted a little bit more of that highlight that I used before. I'm not going to take this all the way down my nose. I'm just going to keep it here concentrated in the center. I don't like to go all the way down my nose because I have a long nose anyways, and that will just enunciate it. And then I'm going to add a little bit more on my cheeks. And on my Cupid's bow. And zooming us out so you can see this product at work, I'm going to go in with the Samba Suede Glow Oil. This is from Sol de Janeiro. This is what I'm going to put on my chest, on my shoulders, on my décolletage. And I know it used to be a thing to contour the boobies. I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't think that it translates well in real life. I think on camera, on video, it looks good. Sometimes I feel like that can look really obvious and cheesy. And since I have a bump on my chest, which is the last thing that I want to show up on a Valentine's Day date, I'm going to take a little foundation and just cover that right up. Lightly dab the oil over it. And friendos, we are not done yet. So if there's one compliment that I am constantly paid in life above all others, it's the compliment of, you smell so good, what are you wearing? That has to be the #1 questions that strangers ask when they meet me. Part of that is because I own a wholesale business where I specialize in fragrance. For my own personal privacy, I'm not going to disclose the company or anything, but when I leave my home office, I am smelling good. I am also quite the expert at finding great pairings, and one of those is Tom Ford Soleil Blanc together with the Glow Motions Samba Suede Glow Oil. Like, that is next level. And I do have my hands are so dirty. I need to go wash them off, but this is my travel size of the Soleil Blanc. Something about those two together, it brings a gorgeous gourmand experience to your skin. And I feel like for a sexy date night, it is perfect. It's subtle enough that you don't smell like a cake walking by. There's this rich and sweet vibe that you will carry with you through the night. And friendos, no matter what you are doing for Valentine's Day, I hope that you have a great one. Now stay tuned, because before Valentine's Day, we're going to see a louder, pinker, more fun Valentine's Day look. I just wanted to show you all an alternative using a Pat McGrath palette. It's a little bit more grown up, a little bit more sleek, in case that's the vibe you are going for this Valentine's Day. And also as a reminder, should no one send you flowers for Valentine's Day, send them to yourself, treat yourself well, because you deserve it. And I think that's a wrap, you guys. Really hope that you all enjoyed hanging out with me today. I certainly always enjoy hearing from you in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think of this look. If you love Valentine's Day or if you hate it, I'll just tell you guys, it's just another day for me. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, because if not, we'll both have to live in the drama of never knowing what could have been. Alright guys, bye. Would you like some Dr. Pepper? Oh, yes, thank you, Butler.